afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Mike Dub 27 Traders. And today we're going to be looking at some stocks, especially with the looming tariffs that are going to be set in place tomorrow. What will happen? What can we expect? Only time will tell. But one thing I know I can expect, at least from today, and that is Lucid Group still doing its thing. It's the gift that keeps on giving. This morning, matter of fact, at the opening bell, it was at $2.43. And then soon as the bell opened, it went up to $2.59. Now, when I saw that, I was like, man, it's probably going to keep going up. But then, if you notice here around 10:20, it dropped down to 251. And I was like, you know what? I might as well go ahead and put some money in it and see what happens. Why not, right? If it goes down, it's not that much risk. But if it goes up even more, that's a good thing. And what does it do? That thing shot right back up and went to 263. Shot down to 260, went back up to 264. This is when I took profit. And then after that, it went ahead and started gradually going back down. But what this is showing, if you look at how the week has been going, matter of fact, let me pull up the candles. We're starting to see a new bottom, a higher bottom for this Lucid Stock. If you notice right here, its lowest was at around 225. All right, but if you go to, let's say, today's the 1st, April the 1st. The new bottom's around 240. And it tested, stayed there, tested, stayed there, went up even more. And then even with the dip, it only dropped down to 250. Now, I expect tomorrow morning it's going to drop down probably a little bit more. But I'm expecting it to drop no less than 240. And for 240 to be the new bottom before it starts going back up. So that may, and if it goes down even lower, that's even better because, like I said, right now Lucid is the gift that keeps giving. The stock is really doing its thing. If you look at the market cap, it's still at 7.65 billion. Opening price 244. Today's low 242. Today's high 266. So right there, we're messing around with around 20 cents, and no doubt a lot of us can do something with that. Especially when it comes to how much money you invest in it. Average volume 92.37 million. Volume 111.32 million. Now, why is this? Why is it that it seems is the closer we get to these tariffs and everything that's going on, it seems like the better Lucid stock is doing? Well, let's look down at what Bazinga is talking about. Matter of fact, before we go to Bazinga, let's look at the Motley Fool. It says, why Lucid Group stock is soaring today. So shares in Lucid Stock Group are climbing on Wednesday. Well, today is Tuesday, so this must be an older. But anyhow, the luxury electric vehicle maker stock gained 3.3% as of 2:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, so this is a news article from then, and was up as much as 9.9% earlier that day. The rise comes as the S&P 500 and NASDAQ composite lost 0.5% and 0.2% respectively. It was reported today that the EV startup is seeing increased interest from former Tesla owners as its second vehicle enters production. So the Tesla people are dropping their Teslas and they're coming on over to Lucid. Now, of course, I can't afford either one of them, but you know what that means? That means we're starting to see more value and we're starting to see more things going on with Lucid in the positive atmosphere rather than the negative that we've been getting so far. Even right here, it says Tesla owners are switching to Lucid. Lucid's interim CEO, Mark Winterhoff, revealed in an interview that Lucid is experiencing an uptick of interest from Tesla owners looking for alternatives. Tesla buyers always were the source of our sales because they were already used to using electrical drivetrains, and they look for an opportunity to have something else, something better, Winterhoff said following an event for Gravity SUV, the company's newest entry at the company's New York City showroom. So, why else is it still doing good? It says Lucid is spared. Talks about, the tariffs coming and how they're already placed on a lot of auto parts. Many automakers have seen their stocks hit. Lucid, however, may avoid the brunt of the trade levies as the company manufactures its cars almost entirely in the US. This is largely true of Tesla as well, so the advantage is over a legacy manufacturer rather than direct rival. So right there we see that because Lucid, is still in good graces with a lot of EV owners or a lot of EV purchasers, that it's starting to get some of that business that Tesla is losing. And then right here, even Bazinga talks about how Lucid stock gains as orders for former Tesla owners surge. What's going on? And it basically said the same thing. Lucid Group, INC, Lucid shares are moving higher. Tuesday, the stock appears to be rising on continued momentum following bullish commentary from the company's CEO. And then talks about how Lucid shares are trading higher on Tuesday after rising throughout Monday's session. The gains come after interim CEO Mark Winterhoff highlighted a sharp increase in orders from former Tesla INC owners. Winterhoff reportedly said that 50% of new orders in the past 2 months have come from ex-Tesla customers. Tesla owners have always been a source of new customers and yada, 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 what we read earlier. So that's something right there. So basically, Lucid is getting business from ex-Tesla owners. And what do? We take profit. So hopefully everybody sees that, and we could take advantage of that in the days to come. It's going to be interesting what happens tomorrow if Lucid starts rising even more and everything else starts to fall. That's going to be real funny. I want to see how far Tesla's going to drop, and I don't expect it to drop for too long, but I'm going to take advantage of it with the smaller stocks. Another one to look at, of course, is I Am Gold. This is one of those little, if Lucid isn't doing anything, fall back on stocks. And the cool thing about I Am Gold is daily so far, its lowest has been around $6 or $6.09. And then it'll go up to like $6.29 to even $6.32. And we go back throughout the week, same thing. March the 26th at 3 p.m. It was at 610. March the 27th at 11 a.m. It was at 643. So that's around 30 cents right there and change. And I did the same thing. Matter of fact, we go back a month. It's been doing the same thing. It's like as soon as it goes down, it goes back up. As soon as it goes down, it goes back up. But the cool thing is if you look at the trend, it's constantly getting a new bottom and going higher. But it's doing it on a gradual incline. Now let's look at some of the trends. Let's look at the candlesticks. And this is what we want to see right here. Look at that. The bottom, $6.08. And then the top, $6.29. Then a new bottom, $6.18. And the top, $6.26. The bottom, $6.20. then a new top, $6.33. And then it just does it all over again until either, the owner, CEO says something crazy or something happens and gold isn't worth gold anymore. But of course, the market cap's still 3.64 billion. Average volume 11.06 million, and volume 14.32 million. So we see right there is making some decent moves. Price to earning ratio 4.08. So it's still low, still kind of small when it comes to price to earning ratio, but it's doing its thing. It's moving gradually. It's not doing anything too extreme to where it may fall down completely and crash. And plus, it's gold and it's based out of the country and pretty much services the world. And everybody knows when it comes to tariffs and stuff, a lot of time gold is pretty much safe just because of its raw material. 60% buy, 40% hold. Bulls are saying Gold has taken steps to manage its cash flow, including cutting its dividend, reducing its capital expenditures, and managing power costs and taking yada, yada, yada. The Bears are saying investors looking for gold exposure can skirt company specific risk by investing in gold backed exchange traded funds. So neither one of these are really saying anything negative when it comes to Gold. Let's see. How long has this company been around? Since 1990. That's when it was founded. So it's been around for a while. You know? But like you said, it's based out of Toronto, and it's gold. So it's a raw material. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So those were just a couple of things that we can keep an eye on when it comes to trading. We'll see what happens when the tariffs and everything hit tomorrow. So everybody, make sure you manage your risk, stay safe, and keep trading. Mike Dub 27 Trader, and I'm out. Deuces. Don't forget to like and follow.